going on, fellow humans and resellers? It's I, James. ReadOptionAgency.com. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. It's 5 o'clock. Do you know where your sales are? Well, let's see where mine are. So, the new store. That person still hasn't paid for those True Religion jeans, but I am at $62 today. That's my second highest day thus far. One more sale will put me to the highest day so far. So, total on that account since first full day was Sunday, May 5th, $425. So, that's 15 days. So, $425, that's about an $850 extra this month, depending on how you look at it. Is it really extra because I could have put these things in my other store? Would they have sold? That is the question. Got these True Religion skirt. Sold for $31. And then I just took an offer for $10 on this Leonard Skinner hoodie. The True Religion came from that church sale Saturday. The Leonard Skinner, I'm guessing, came from the bins. So there we go, there. All right. Onward to the new account. So we are at $447. I'm at $390 for the US one. So a hell of a lot better than it was yesterday. For all the sites, all the eBay sites, $417. So I guess Alex is home. Okay. Alrighty. Questions and comments. See where we're at. So, if you didn't see the short or my community post, the shipping is not keeping to the flat rate shipping policy. It's automatically changing them. If you remember 5-6 months ago or so, Josh was having this problem. Josh Galt was having this problem on his account when he was having that long stretch of no sales. And it kept making new policies for the shipping. That's what it's doing now. It's doing it on both of my accounts, the big one, the old one, and the new one. So I posted it up on the eBay tech board, so I ain't going to worry about calling it in. It's going to be what it's going to be. I'm just whatever. And so, yeah, huge problem there. It won't, like, even if you change it, it'll change back. You change it, it changes back. It just will not, your flat rate business shipping policy will not stick. So, and it just creates a generic one. So, pain in the booty hole. So I didn't do any ending and selling similar because it would just screw up all of them. So, as Den Decor Depot says, this happens on some end and sell similar listings too. It's essentially the same policy but duplicated. Yeah, it's just creating it, which is ridiculous. But yeah, so I'm not ending and selling similar today because of this problem. Thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it. I've been getting $5 offers on items priced over $25, so annoying. Let's see. Well, you better get to work on my picture of the office. $12.99. That's it. That's it in 8 days. So yeah, this year is worst ever. No, I do not promote. Well, that could be a problem right there. Never had to. I'm going back to flea markets. $1 sales are better than this scumbag BS. Next up, big question. Why is eBay trying to kill the platform? Let me do that. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Where are we at? Why is eBay trying to kill the platform? What are their alternative motives? Does the upper echelon work for another company and this bunch are for just hatchet men? Maybe the guy who ran, ain't it the guy, Jamie was the Walmart guy? Maybe he's still technically, maybe he was sent in as a mole from Walmart to destroy. Because you can list stuff on Walmart now. I set up a Walmart account. I just haven't really been able to, I didn't put too much time into it, but it didn't seem very easy to list there. So I didn't put much time into it. So I do have an account to sell there. And you can sell pre-owned media. So I really need to look a little bit harder, put some more time into that. For the month of May, I have been having a surge of sales on the weekends. This week, I had a surge on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, nothing on the weekend. Every time I upload to my reseller Genie and go through my expenses, it feels like eBay is just skimming off the top. But without off-site ads, my sales slowed to a crawl. Unfortunately, as bad as eBay is, Mercari is even worse. Dude, I'm honestly in awe just how much inventory you get. I've been reselling for 10 years and only find a fraction of what you do. Great job. You are an inspiration. You're the feeling in my life. You're the inspiration. Okay, I want to make sure he wasn't having a seizure. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Because he's been good since we upped the dose. So he's been Pee-wee's been very like even keel. We were out in the yard playing, running out in the front yard. Courtney, all of us just running back and forth. And then the grass is freshly cut, so they just fall down on it and start rubbing their backs on it. And they're just both, I wish I had my camera out there. I would have took video. They were both just flaying on their backs out in the front yard. It was so funny. But he's very happy, even keel. So I got him back on the Apoquil. So he's very non-itchy now, for the most part. So he's very, very relaxed. So I like that. So he's not like all anxious seeming, scratching, wore out from scratching too much. So he almost feels like the perfect baby girl, the perfect even keel doggy right now. And of course, my baby girl always is, as you are. Yeah, my baby girl. eBay is and always has been. Pee-wee, what's going on, Mr. Fluffy Face? eBay is and always has been the best platform for both buyers and resellers. When it's working, yes, for sure, 100%. Hell, actually, even when it's not working, still get more sales on here than, at least I do, than Poshmark, but I don't have all my stuff cross-listed, so. There's some good points here after. True, but it is rapidly declining from what it once was. That's for sure. Next point. Regardless, 90% of people under the age of 40 don't even know eBay exists. And 60 million buyers have left the platform in the last year. What does that tell you? That eBay doesn't advertise? Yeah. They're just not, they're being almost like the Kmart. They're just not adapting to the younger generations. Sears, Kmart, they didn't adapt to the younger generations. And they just kind of fizzled away. if you don't, even if it's a name change or a brand change, not for eBay, I don't think they're there, but like for Kmart, I think if Kmart would have done something drastic like a name change, brand change, that it would have done one of two things. Either sparked interest again in the generation who used to always go there. Oh, you can't change that name, blah, blah, blah. Well, start shopping with us and we'll change it back. Or it would have been rebranding where it brought in a younger generation somehow, depending on. But they chose not to do that. I think the cringing part for me is when Sears sold off Craftsman. They had the license to be the only company that could sell Craftsman's tools. And when they sold that off, man, that was the end of Sears. But, man, you just wonder why these board members or CEOs or whoever running these companies would rather just it go than to try to make some kind of change to spark interest again, to rebrand, to get the younger generation in. Why are they just running it into the ground and almost like kamikaze-like? And it feels like eBay's on that same. eBay is doing a little bit more by buying different things and stuff like that. But when it comes to the branding and the reaching out, it feels like they're same kamikaze feeling. They're just riding it to its death. And I don't understand that point of view. That it just blows my mind. All businesses have to adapt. Like even Best Buy, I still question why the hell Best Buy didn't get more into the gaming market. They could have been so much more than like a GameStop. If they would have got into, say, buying pre-owned games, having game clinics or whatever, they could have really took entertainment to another level, but they chose not to. Why? Questions I've always just would love to answer if I ever meet any of those guys who ran those companies. Be like, why did you do this and why did you not do that? Because it really don't make any sense if you're going downward. Why not change it up? Didn't eBay say they were doing cheap local shipping? I'm Florida and don't get many local sales. New York, Georgia, Ohio, California. I used to get a lot to Hawaii, but not now. We are definitely promoted in different regions. Yeah, my Hawaii has dropped drastically. Excuse me. Another big listing issue unlocked. I was working on my drafts last night. All of a sudden, my photos would not save after uploading from my laptop. Still happening this morning. I'm going to test it on the phone right now. Yeah. I'm really curious. I put another 35-ish items in my new store today. And now I put another 35-ish in my old store. And now I'm drafting again. And I'm going back and forth between the stores. I'm doing like 20 and 20 drafting so that I could keep them both stocked with new stuff. But yeah, I'm really curious, and I kind of want to just focus on the new store and just like pound away at it, because I'm really intrigued to see if that store will surpass daily sales on my other store with a fraction of the items. All right. What's sold so far? We've got this. Saturdays are for the boys. Barstool Sports tank top. That sold for $17.50. If you don't know Barstool, it's one of the popular hip things now. My boys actually order shirts from there all the time and buy stuff. And they're always on top of it. The other day when that golfer got arrested, that same day they had free, I forget his name, and a mug, like his picture or mugshot or something. I don't know if it was a mugshot, but so they're always like on top of the current stuff. So if you see that logo, and that's on a Gildan, but if you see that logo, grab it. At least now they're still hip and hot. Hip and hot. Next up, we've got some UGG flip-flops with a nice feet impression on there. These sold for $14. Sold another one of my Raleigh RFC Vipers patches. I think I got about 55 of those left. Sold for $4.20. No, $4, sorry. It was an offer to watcher, so $4. Put you right there. Just put this up yesterday, I think, or the day before, one, two. NYAC Under Armour hat. Sold for $8. Next up, we got this vintage Calvin Klein. Check out this tag. So that's pretty cool. Vintage Calvin Klein striped pocket tee. Sold for $17.50 on that one. Next up, we got Touchstone Crystals visor. Not sure what that is, but it sold for $9. $8.81 to be exact. It's Enough to Make a Grown Man Cry, Ken Davis Live DVD. Sold for $4.20. The Power of Media CD. Sold for $5. So she lays there, so I'm going to move her bed out. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this week or not. Put that couch down. And my new way of doing the CD things, I don't know, I'm just not 100% sold on it. So I'm going to move it kind of over where the couch is. And I still got to buy more totes for it to fill it up. But then I'm going to put my drawers back over there on the wall. Because a lot of those drawers, there probably has a lot of stuff not listed anymore in them. So I'll be able to refresh them at the same time. So working on that. Dude, how can I love what I freaking do? I mean, I'm sitting here, my job, I'm going to rearrange my basement. That's my job. I just had a couple of sales come through while I'm standing here too. My job, play with the puppies in the front yard and rearrange the basement. That's what I do for a living. Minus all the hard work of drafting and listing. Kenny Chesney, She's Got It All. CD single. Sold for $6.30. Oh, did you see my surprise today? I did a sneak peek. I let you know in the community and on Facebook. On Facebook, I uploaded the card that's going to be released in the first of the month for 10 minutes. So I know 2 people saw it because they liked it. Did you see it? Did you see my sneak peek? I'm probably going to release the picture of it first this time, just so that you guys, can see it. Kind of, I'm trying to do the opposite, like try to build momentum this time. Kind of like I was watching the Disney, how Disney built America, and I feel bad forgetting his name, but he started working for Disney on the merchandising side. And he's the one that basically made marketing what it is today with putting Mickey's Mouse image on everything. And then when Snow White came about, he actually, at least in the show, got the idea from a little girl because she accidentally got the prototype of Snow White. And she didn't even know who it is, but she wanted it and played with it and liked it. So they gave him the idea to put the merchandise out first to make anticipation for the release of the film. So I'm like, maybe this time with the card, I'll try that method and see if I can promote that card for like a week and say, hey, coming June 1st, this card, and post it, and maybe even, I don't know if I want to sponsor something like that, but maybe every day make a post here and there pushing that and see if the anticipation for it can grow that way. Just trying stuff different. So thanks to you guys, it allows me to play with this kind of thing. So I still thank you. Being it only takes 8 cards to make a profit, and I can make the next one. The next card for, not next month, but the month after, is going to be a collab card, a partial collab card, if he's still interested. So I've got to send him a message, see if he wants to. The partial collabs will not show, or it will not tell who the reseller is. But if you know resellers on YouTube, you'll be able to figure it out pretty easily. And then also he will get a portion of the sales. So then it's the way I can start helping other resellers too, bring in a little extra money for the hell of it and for the entertainment, for the joy of it. And I think if I'm creating something for the reselling community, then I would be dumb not to try to include other YouTubers or resellers, period, in these cards, and then help them, give them an extra spunk too, if you will. And to be honest with you, anyone who does, I'm kind of honored that they would do it, because you know what? They could make their own card if they wanted to, right? So the fact that they go, yeah, we'll make a card together, and then split, and then well, the partial ones will be I'm thinking like a $2 each card will go to the other person, because it's just a partial collab. And the full collabs will be a 50-50 split. So after I make my money back, obviously, it's only like $58. So after I make my $58 back, then partial, half and half split. Because I got to make my money back so I can keep going. Because I got to justify it, right? That's a business. You got to justify it every month. So next up, we've got this hamburger and hot dog salt and pepper shaker. That sold for $7. Type of stuff Jan likes to pick up. So I got this lot of sewing material type of stuff. All different kinds. 13 of them. And they sold for $10.50. Oink. Keep those together. Next up, the Soft Boys Next Door Land Advanced Promo CD. That sold for $7. We got Smallville, the 6th season. That sold for $4.20. Jeremy Camp, I Still Believe, CD promo, single, sold for $10. Iron Man Race Team, baseball cap, kids cap, that sold for $10.50. Another kids hat, NASA, that sold for $8. We got this vintage here, Barbour Bacon is the name brand. I'll show you the tag. I love looking at these old tags. Just a blue knit men's sweater, just plain blue, sold for $31. So there we go. We got a vintage He-Man figure, Zodak, sold for $6. Call of Duty 2 on the PC, sold for $4.20. Hat upstairs I just put up, so it's in the box upstairs. The Missouri Tigers swimming baseball cap, sold for $10.50. And then we got, are you ready for a 45 lot? 2 Foster & Lloyd's 45 records sold for $4.20 a piece. So there we go. So that is all. You kids ready? I've been giving her an Apoquel too, so she hasn't been scratching as much. But I see you scratching right now. Probably because she just rolled in the grass. Goofball. You ready too? Pee-wee ready. Let me put this camera down on the ground so you can, since you guys haven't really seen Pee-wee in a while. There we go. We got the puppy cam. Shake it. Don't break it. It took your mama 9 months to make it. Well, hello, kiddos. Oh, he's sitting down. He wants a belly rub. My baby girl in the heels. I can't see the camera right now. Let's see if you can see him. There we go. Puppy cam. Puppy cam. He's becoming very lovable. Like he'll just run up when I'm standing outside with him. He'll just run up beside me and just sit there and just kind of lean on me. So he's starting to get very, a lot more comfortable, a lot more attached, it seems like to me. So like right now, I mean, he's leaning up against me, so he's becoming a lot more attached, it seems. So that's good. Especially being, I always often wonder, they say dogs don't have a memory, like a long-term memory, but you see those videos where they all of a sudden smell a smell that they remember, and then all of a sudden it clicks. So it makes me wonder, what he remembers since he's gone through what he's been gone through, where he basically has lost his whole family. The mother died, and then the husband couldn't take care of him anymore. And then they also had 2 dogs, another Saint and another dog. So he lost 4 people in the span of a few months. And then he's dropped in this new environment with all these new people and new puppies. So I kind of almost tear up thinking about how he might feel losing 4 people he's known since, or 4 heartbeats he's known since birth, right? So I'm always trying to give him extra special lovins and get down and hug him and get nose to nose with him and rub him and talk to him and stuff. So trying to, make sure he can live the rest of his life nice and happy. So, all right, you ready, baby girl? She go back to her bed. You ready? All right, thanks everybody, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.